Welcome to Faroe Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cyclones will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Using his legs, it's Hardy. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. There's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Dropping back, it's Beck. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Holden finds his man on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide open spaces. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Hardy. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He breaks the tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here's a heap. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback gets the first down. At midfield, he's got room. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. First play of the period, first down here. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Beck saved his best for last in 2024, 4 touchdowns to seal a classic Pop-Tart Bowl win. Unfrosted, still better. This year he's going to have to get used to some new receivers, and they're going to need some guys to step up, David.
Unfrosted, absolutely not better first. That was blasphemous. You should never get away with that again. But Rocco Beck, he had a great, solid season. Came up in the clutch when they really needed him down the stretch of games. Another year in the system. Interested to see what the Cyclones can do now.
The short hands, it's Green. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Hardy. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
I think both defenses are expecting to have a lot of fun in these conditions, right, guys? It is snowing. They know it's going to be really hard for these players to hold on to the football, so they're trying to make tackles, but they're also trying to scoop and score in this one because at any given time, someone can put the ball on the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grab near the sticks. It's Hardy. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Corralled and brought down by the defense. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Fires to the big fella. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Iowa State 7, Missouri 3.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, then get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. He'll fair catch this one in the snow. Got to make sure that you don't let that thing squirt through. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Iowa State setting the offense back out. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Look out, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Iowa State 7, Missouri 3.
They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. On the ground, it's Hansen. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Under fire! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Got the quick completion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got it in the middle. It's Manning. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, into space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Past the 40. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. There he goes. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out,